I'm Mr. B,
I'm Mr. Hector.
and we're going to talk about Dia de los Muertos in Viewlands and what it means to us here.
I am from Mexico City and I grew up celebrating Dia de los Muertos. As the new school year began in 2018, I was so eager to present Dia de los Muertos to someone. And Dia de los Muertos has to do a lot with art, a lot of drawing, cutting, pasting, coloring, and of course I have to talk to someone that is expert when it comes to art. So that's what I approached Mr. B and asked him if he wanted to do it.
This is something that was new to me, and so I was definitely very nervous. I didn't know where it would go. I didn't have these kind of traditions growing up, and so I think I was reluctant because I didn't want to share anything incorrectly. I didn't grow up talking about my grandparents after they had passed much, but the activities that we did at Viewlands year after year kind of allowed me to talk about them more, talking about how they lived, and celebrating them rather than focusing on how they died or passed. And so it was very therapeutic, I think, for me to be able to do that every year with a group of people.
And at the end of the celebration, I was able to know about his grandpa, what he liked, how much he missed him, and why.
I think the big takeaway for me was that you can miss somebody and celebrate them at the same time. You were sort of teaching me about the traditions so that I could teach them to the kids. I learned that kids are very receptive to talking about people that have passed away. They want to talk about what they meant, how much they meant to them, share memories.
In the beginning, we were trying to see what was going on. It was just tasting to see what had happened. And it was really nice to see people coming the following year and asking us if we were going to do something for Dia de los Muertos and offering their help.
We had people from the district kind of recognizing what we were doing, asking us questions about how they could bring it to other schools. We were able to partner with Seattle City Center, who does a big Dia de los Muertos festival every year for the whole city. They invited us to take part in that and share what we're doing.
It was during the pandemic, so not a lot of people came to the celebration at the Seattle Center, but they were broadcasting all over the United States, and it was nice to see people reacting to it.
Yeah, it really felt like we were doing something really vital and important. Every year we kind of built more to the ofrenda, or we added more activities to it. I think the most important one was these reflections.
In the beginning, it was maybe 3 sentences.
Right.
I remember because, and I miss, it was nice to see people that it wasn't enough, so you expanded it to, I don't know, 10, 15 sentences, and even they added more pages because they wanted to talk about it. And we had 10 people tuning in the beginning.
First year, yeah.
And then we have 50, 60.
Yeah, it became something that really grew. I think kids really started to see the value in it. They would even ask us, when are we going to do the reflections? Because I think they would have someone else in mind for the following year. Or if somebody recently passed, they would get kind of excited in some way to reflect on them and celebrate that person.
Because every single activity that we do has to be connected with the person that they pick to remember.
And then the child would, or the student would, draw pictures, and they're reflecting on who that person was. So the takeaway is that they can walk away from this experience feeling more connected to somebody.
And now he's the expert.
And now I'm sort of a passive expert at it as well. Now that we've had it as a tradition for 7 years, we are hopeful that it moves forward.
Because everybody is waiting for it. As I said, through the years, it was maybe 2, 3 pictures, and then 10, 25, 50 pictures. We have a huge wall with all of them. That's what I want to keep.
It's a beautiful tradition. I really think it is. And I really do hope that it continues year after year.